Folks, I'm Doug at Dizzy Lizzie's, and this is a Toro Recycler mower that came in to have the drive belt done. When I engaged the drive, it squealed, and when I looked at it, the belt was chewed to pieces. So it's a simple enough job to do. The part number is HA1154669, but you need to check it's the correct belt for your machine because there's several different machines and they have several different size belts. Anyway, to do this job, you need a 3/8 drive, 10mm and 13mm socket, and extensions, a 1/2 inch impact socket of 12 and 16mm, and an S2 square socket. And if you're wondering what that is, it's this. Can you see when it comes into focus? It's square. And it's one of the times when one of those bits you get in those multi-kits finally comes useful. Now, this is the kit I was talking about. I got it from Lidl's. I think it was about £35 or something like that. And it's got loads of little screwdriver bits like this. It's got torque bits. Oh, trying to get it back in the hole. It's got electrical connectors, electrical screwdriver bits, testers, bigger screws. You've got the large Phillips in here. You've even, no, it's not that one. You even got a beer bottle opener. But what I was talking about was all these bits down here. Now, can you see them? You've got a selection of torque. You've got a selection of flat blade. You've got a selection of all these other bits. This is where the S2 was. You've got other bits. You've even got some security bits in here. But it's a really helpful kit to have, even though I use mainly a few of these. It does come in handy when you need the odd one instead of having to go out and get a kit. So anyway, let's get on with the Toro. Now, the first thing I do is I undo this handle here, and this is what you tension up the drive with. So I do is undo that bolt and push it all the way up there. The next thing I do is, because someone's left it full of fuel, I put a rubber glove over it to hopefully seal. Now let's flip it on its back. Before I put it on its back, I undone a 10mm bolt at the back there. And it's because it holds this piece of plastic in, which has got to be removed. So first thing to do, take the blade off. 17mm impact. Put that to one side. Then, yeah, that's free. I've then got to undo this, and there's two 10mm bolts on the other side. So I'll just quickly disappear to the other side of the machine. And then that pops off around there. Can you see the belt? It's shredded. Right, the next thing is I've got to get this piece of plastic out. Well, I've undone one bolt here, but there's two bolts here which are behind the wheel. So the next thing you do is take the wheel off. That's a 13mm socket. Just place it either side. Swap back to a 10mm. Undo that too. Undo those two. And this just lifts out. Next thing I'll do is try and get the belt off. Well, you can pull it out this way and you'll take this off and it can come out that way. Otherwise, you undo these two bolts here, move that around. So no, next thing I've got to do is disconnect the cable which goes up to the handle, and that allows the gearbox to be moved around to that point. This is where you need the T-square, because for some reason that bolt and that bolt are T-squares. So you just gently put it in. That one's out. That one's out. And that one's out. Next thing, find your belt. Take that naked thing and throw it to one side. Or keep it and show the customer how bad it is. Right, now it's in reverse. Hold the belt round like that so it doesn't get in the way. This only fits on one way. And you've got to make sure this piece here, the belts go either side of it, because it holds the belt in line. Pull up the 3 T-socket screws back in. Don't tighten them fully down until they're practically all in place. They can go back in the tool tray. Put the belt over there to help it hold the gearbox in place. Put this, actually take the belt off so I can move that back further. Put that on, lift that up. Now, get some copper slip here, but in the bottom of here, for some reason they put a spacer. So don't forget to make sure that is in there and located up. Yeah. Oh, it's fun and games these. Right, that's that back down. Copper slip over everything. See where the inbuilt woodruff key is, and line it up with the slot there. Put the belt over, push it on, make sure it goes under, not over, yeah, into there, so that's nicely fitted. Right, that's that done. Now, place this back. Now, yeah, okay, I could copper slip, but it's going into plastic, and these are fairly clean, so I don't see any chance of corrosion causing it to be jammed in. And I think the next time this machine needs a belt, it'll probably be totally knackered. Right, that's that. $10mm socket. Bit of copper slip in here. Bit of copper slip in here. Change over to 13mm. That's where the drive goes through, and there's a little peg which you've got to line up with a hole. It's like that over there. Wind that in. Sorry, got to blow me nose. Again, that's got a peg. Line it up with the drive. Fits over. Give it a few turns to engage it into it. tighten that down. Next part. This actually's got a lip on it and goes under the plastics. So you've got to give it a good wiggle and a bang to get it in. So now I've got the 2 bolts here to go. Lining these up can be fun. That's that one. That's that one. That's it. Ooh, wrong socket. 10 mil. That's on securely. No petrol's dripped because of the rubber glove, that's good. Right, next thing. Right, customer didn't want it sharpened, so I haven't sharpened it, but you could do with one. Copper slip on the bolt. Impact gun, 16 mil. And now I can flip it on its back. Back onto its wheels. Now, adjusting the drive up on these, you pull this down until it seems to be a bit tight, or so there's no slack on it, and then tighten it up. It can be adjusted when you get round to using it, because it basically is when you push. Hang on. Oh, wrong one. When you, right, I need to set this up. When you push this down, it actually pulls on the cord underneath here, which then pulls the belt up for tension, and that's what gives it the drive. So you might have to slack it off a bit. What we do is undo it, push it up a little bit, tighten it up, and see how it drives. Now let's take it outside and see how it drives. Okay, let's see what she drives like now. Okay, let's see how it drives. Now, did you see when I pushed it down, the drive is engaging? This is why I like them for my older customers, because when you start a lawnmower up, you pull the handle in, you engage the drive, you pull another handle in, it gets away from you and you grip hold of the handle harder. Well, with this one, the harder you grip hold of the handle, the more it's going to come up and the drive's going to be lost. So you can literally push it down, engage the drive, comes off, shuffle forward, and keep going. So that's how to replace the drive belt on a Toro lawnmower. It's a fairly simple job, but also don't forget to include putting the last 10mm bolt at the back, because it's a bit of an important one because it holds the chute near to the deck. So hopefully that helped, folks. Take care and see you next video. Bye.